Now, you all know we're talking about St. Therese of the Child Jesus today, right? Well, St. Therese was a young Carmelite nun who had a love for roses and simple wildflowers, hence her nickname, the Little Flower. And I see some flowers here today. How appropriate, how fitting. Well, for her, every bloom of a flower was a symbol of divine grace. Now, but first, before I go any further, let me just take a quick detour to the gospel from Luke that I just proclaimed. In this passage, we see that Jesus is on a mission, okay? He had his face set toward Jerusalem, like a GPS, with no recalculating. Jesus sends his messengers ahead to a Samaritan village to prepare for his arrival. But the Samaritans reject Jesus because he is headed to Jerusalem. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what I don't understand. What's the deal? Well, we have to understand that there was a long-standing hostility between Jews and Samaritans, particularly regarding their places of worship. Samaritans believed that Mount Gerizim, not Jerusalem, was the proper place to worship God. And since Jesus was heading to Jerusalem, the center of Jewish worship, the Samaritans saw this as aligning with Jewish beliefs, and it's why they rejected Jesus. This deep-rooted religious and cultural tension between Jews and Samaritans often caused conflict and mistrust, which is reflected in their refusal to welcome Jesus. Got that? So when Jesus and the disciples hit that Samaritan village and got shut down, the disciples got pretty hot. I mean, James and John were like, Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven? Just say the word and we'll handle it. They were ready to light the block up. They really were. But Jesus was like, whoa, hold up. Stop. That's not what we do, okay? We ain't here to cancel people. Jesus shut that down quick, saying, I came to save, not to burn folks up. And that's the spirit we're supposed to carry. Now enter Saint Therese, known as the Little Flower. But don't let that sweetness fool you. This saint was packing some serious love power. She didn't come with thunderbolts or fire from the sky. No. Therese had a different kind of strength. She moved quietly but carried big love. You see, Therese knew that sometimes people are going to do us dirty. They might even turn their backs on us. But we got to respond like Jesus, not respond like James and John. Instead of snapping back or giving folks a side eye, Therese gave them love. And she called it her little way. You guys know what that is? The little way? That's handling small stuff with big grace. It means living with humility, simplicity, and childlike trust in God by offering small, everyday acts of love and sacrifice for God's glory. She didn't need a big spotlight or a title, nor do we. She was cool with washing dishes, sweeping floors, and smiling at people who probably didn't deserve it. That's her flex. She said, my way is all about love, loving others as God loves me, and even when they don't treat me right. Now, doesn't that sound like what Jesus was trying to get James and John to understand in that village? They wanted to call down fire, but Jesus was calling them to chill out and show some love. And this is a reminder to us that we mustn't be quick to anger, because it clouds our judgment and often leads to actions or words that we may regret. How many of us here have hit that send button in our email to someone we're so angry with, right? And then later wish you hadn't done that, because you didn't allow yourself time to just chill, to just cool off. I think many of us are guilty of that. By staying calm, we allow ourselves to reflect, to empathize with others, and approach situations with a clearer mind. So if someone steps on your toes this week, remember St. Therese. When your classmate or coworker's talking behind your back, or your friend's acting a little strange, don't throw shade. Don't call down the fire. Throw out some love instead. Kill them with kindness and forgiveness, and seek reconciliation where possible. Because when you do, you'll come out feeling like a winner. Not that this is a competition or anything, but it is a gratifying feeling. It's a rewarding feeling. So my friends, today, and every day for that matter, spread God's kingdom through small acts of love. Do something kind and simple, nothing grand or dramatic. Let someone go ahead of you in line or in traffic, especially if they're in a hurry. Those of us who drive, we'll get there anyway. How often do we catch up with that person who cut us off? So, all right, you can go ahead in front of me. How about offer to babysit or help a busy parent or neighbor with errands? That's a good one, especially for the young ones here. Donate food and clothing to the poor and the needy. Offer a listening ear to someone who's having a really bad day. Leave a kind note in a library book or a public space for a stranger to find. Give your mom and dad or a friend a flower for no reason other than you love them. These small acts can be transformative. They can light the way for another, reshaping the world in ways far beyond what we imagine. So on this beloved feast of St. Therese of the Child Jesus, I encourage all of us to live her little way by recognizing our weakness and embracing humility, by maintaining a childlike trust in God and His mercy, and by constantly trying to grow in holiness through prayer, the sacraments, and the practice of virtues, and specifically patience and charity. Frankly, there is no need for fire and brimstone when you've got so much love to give. No need to do big things just to get to heaven. Just keep it simple and humble, and let God handle the rest.
Thank you for participating in the digital liturgy today. The digital ministry touches the lives of many people, as does almost 80 other ministries here at OLPH. Grateful for the community that connects to OLPH through this digital forum. It's unbelievable how many people are able to access the liturgy and other events because of this ministry. Please consider supporting OLPH. All of your sacrifices help to sustain this parish and to keep moving us into the future. Thank you very much, and keep watching.